Hey guys, so today we are going to be trying a little bit of a new series, and what that is going to entail is the viewer requested challenge runs. Now, this one you might be seeing the team and saying, wow, it's really overpowered, but what we are trying to do, as you can see on the comment on the screen, is that I was told to try and no item the red zone Broly stage with AGL UI Goku on the team. Now, you know, this obviously the team that we have here is going to carry, but with AGL UI Goku, we have a complete and utter defensive liability every couple turns, right? So the idea behind this is we just kind of let our units do our thing, and then hopefully when we have inopportune turns with UI Goku, we have a revival, we have a standby to give him some extra defense, we get lucky with the attack spread and stuff like that. Now, you know, this might look easy on paper just because of the team that we are using, but if you guys do try this yourselves, I think what you will run into a lot of the times, if there is a situation where you have UI Goku on the rotation, in the last phase of the Broly fight, and he is taking any more than 2 to 3 hits, it's likely just death, because he's taking, you know, 200k per normal, basically. So whenever you know you have a guaranteed 200k per normal unit that isn't doing, you know, 2023 level damage, things can really add up quickly, and, you know, you kind of just need, like, the luck of the draw to go into your favor. So the strategy that I opted to go with was try and get UI Goku against full power Broly when we have, like, a revival active, we have a standby with support and stuff like that. But you know, I think all in all, this run, like, it just shows you that, like, you know, UI Goku himself, like, this is literally like bringing Tech Caulifla into a stage where there is no Pure Saiyan or Universal Survival Saga enemy, right? Like, it's just, you're setting him up for failure, and, you know, there's really kind of no way to get around that, right? It's not like UI Goku all of a sudden can just, like, turn on dodges or something like that. So it's like, don't use this video as like a UI Goku kind of like slander campaign, but somebody just said, like, you know, let's take a unit that can't dodge into a stage where that can dodge, or his whole gimmick is dodging, excuse me, into a stage where the enemy disables dodge. So, you know, you're losing, you know, 90% of the power that is coming from the unit defensively. Almost, dare I say 100%, right? Because when he can't dodge, there's literally nothing he can do, right? So it's like, you just have, like, it's like bringing, like, an SR, really, that can do damage, because it's just, like, it's literally going to get you killed if you take hits in the wrong spot. So, you guys can see from this run so far, what I decided to do here is I float off Gohan, with the idea of keeping the GT kind of link set for Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku here, because getting Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku buffed up will be really smart. It'll help us overall in the long term of the run, just because, you know, the damage that he's putting up with, like, when he gets into full power, putting up like 18-19 million attack stats with guaranteed crits, is just going to outweigh, you know, damage output from just about any other unit on the team. You know, even Trunks and Vegeta, they're not getting to that level. Gohan is not getting to that level because we can't bring him into Super Saiyan 2. The GT Duo is only 55%, so they just don't have that type of damage output unless they, like, triple to quad super all crits. And considering Goku's just doing that one hit just goes to is just a testament to how good he is. So the GT Duo, we are looking to get their revival not as soon as possible, but ideally either in the AoE portion or the full power Super Saiyan Broly portion, right? Just because, you know, it's a nice get out of jail free card. So, like, in a perfect world, we get Super Saiyan 4 or UI Goku with the GT Duo, and that way we can get the revival from the GT Duo, and then we won't see UI Goku again for another 3 turns, and that'll kind of just help us out, right? Because, I mean, like I said, like, you know, the truth be told, like, he has aged a bit, right? And this is just not the setup for him. So when we do get that setup for him, it just makes life way, way, way easier. So, just kind of like branching with the talk of the upcoming series that I want to do, what you guys could do is leave a suggestion for a challenge run in the comments. You can leave it on Twitter. If you know me on Discord, you can leave it there. And what I'll be sure to do is feature your comment, your Twitch or your YouTube stream chat, your Discord message, your Twitter reply, whatever. I'll feature that on the screen of the video. And that way you'll be able to get your credit for the idea, and, you know, I get to make the video, and you guys hopefully will enjoy the process, right? So that's kind of the idea that I want to do going forward, so we have a little bit of content to kind of get us out of after post worldwide. We just have some other things to do. So, you know, we still are full swing for the worldwide, though. You know, I hope everybody had good luck with their summons. They had good luck with the Red Zone missions, with the Legendary Vegeta event missions and whatnot. So here we go. We are now into the gauntlet, if you will. And I forgot about this in the run, but I do make a mistake on one of these turns where I don't have a choice but to quit app. And it might be, I don't think it's right here, but it's coming up, right? Where it's just like, just kind of looking at it, it's just like, I literally just have no choice, right? So we go into Oob for the defensive buff on everybody, and then we, this way, if the AoE were to hit, Trunks and Vegeta would still have their guard, so in slot 3 they're safe. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he even AoEs right here. So that is where things do get a little bit problematic. But you can see the GT Duo is, like, way buffed up at this point. We're hitting almost 10 million. So they are looking pretty impressive, so we shall see. But again, I believe it's either in the full power phase or whenever the next time I use the Vegeta standby, I get into a little bit of a pickle where I don't think I'm going to die. So it's like I have to save it, quit app, and then go back in. So that's kind of like where, you know, things do get a little bit rocky in this run, but all in all, it is pretty seamless. So we shall see, right? It's, like I said, I forget. I'm pretty sure it's next turn we get an AoE, and that way I know I have the revival. But then I'm thinking, like, Vegeta's gonna kill, so I don't even know if I can use it, right? Like, you'll see what I mean when we get there. But I think what I ultimately end up having to do is save the GT standby for another turn, just because, like, looking at it, it's just, it won't feasibly work, right? So you guys will see. But, yeah, this run, it's like AGL UI Goku, like I said, in this specific instance, he is not, like, just a complete, like, he is a liability, but it's not to the point where he's just, like, completely unrunnable, right? And then the other thing that I want to do is have World Tournament Goku get his revival super easy with this kind of setup, right? So it's like, the whole thing is based around getting that buff. So that's why I have him on a separate rotation, and I float him on rather than using... you know, Gohan with Trunks and Vegeta right there, which I easily could have done, but I felt that getting the revival buff and the type advantage in the last phase was worth it. Gohan will have been stacked up enough at that point. We have the 70% defense going from the standby from Oob, and it makes the run a little bit more seamless, right? So Goku's getting in some more, and I believe right here, if I'm not mistaken, this Goku does take damage. I'm not 100% positive. I'm pretty sure he takes a decent bit right here, though. Oh, yeah, because the AoE, that's right. So... I think he takes damage, not to the point where we're dead, but I think this does sting, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 686. We have 50k HP. Yeah, and then we take 35k right there. So you can see we are on the skin of our teeth at this point. So it's a good thing that Gohan has type advantage and guard. Otherwise, we could have been in trouble right there. But this is the turn that I'm talking about where we have to quit app. So the mistake that I make right here is I believe I pull out the GT Duo revive, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's not even going to work because we're going to kill Broly before we even get to that. So I make a mistake right here. So like I said, it's going to be the same turn, but I'm going to quit app real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. Like I said, we did make a bit of a mistake. So what ultimately I decided to do is go for the standby on the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, get him into full power. He'll get his kill in really quickly. And what I should have probably done here is low-key is just use the active skill. But then I get a little bit of a heal up coming in from the GT Duo right here to get our HP closer back up to full. Then right here, we just use all those orbs because we'll be switching over anyway. It doesn't even matter. Like, we'll be going to the next phase anyway, so those in orbs we wouldn't be able to use for Trunks and Vegeta anyway, because this is basically a guaranteed kill shot right here, right? 10 million guaranteed crit. Yeah, his day is done. So we do get the cool win screen at least once in this video, so that's good. But you guys saw right there, it just was not going to work out. I needed to quit app because what I did was I brought out the GT revival, and then I knew I wasn't going to be able to get the kill that way. So now we don't have the revival buff on Carnival or World Tournament Goku, which would have been ideal, but just the way it played out, it just was not going to work. So we're basically back up to full HP right here. You know, 718 out of 750 is not bad. The Trunks and Vegetas have both taken enough hits to this point where they're basically fully built up anyway, or they are fully built up, excuse me, but they can never truly be fully built up because they are stackers. So that is, you know, how that usually tends to go. So 236 right there. Pretty good from a super. We can afford one more of those, especially now that we're supering. It'll go closer down to like the 150, 160 range. And we can afford to take two more of those in theory with Trunks and Vegetas, but the problem is if they super... Broly also raised it as attack, so it'd probably stay about the same, but the problem is the Trunks and Vegeta on the end are taking... they do not have their guard anymore, I believe, so it's going to be quite a decent bit of damage for them if they take a lot of hits, so we're hoping that those 3 hits are normals. They're not going to be taking 300k per normal or whatever, so we will be okay. And then on the next turn, we'll have the GT Duos revival, and we will be ready to go, and this turn will be all funky-dory, right? So, after that, we'll get the revival buff, and then UI Goku will be able to do, or not UI Goku, but Carnival, wow, I'll get it. World Tournament Goku will be able to do his thing. That's, yeah, and then right there, showing his value, being able to nullify one of the harder hitting supers in the game. You know, there you go. God Goku fans they're seething, they are molding, all the above, it applies, right? World Tournament Goku sweep. But here we go, building up, boom, 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 boom. So now, like I said, we're going to have full power Super Saiyan 4 do a decent amount of damage on this next turn. So yeah, right there, 43k per normal, and that Trunks and Vegeta were not fully built up. So what we'd want to do here is get the attack buff from the GT Duo standby, and then we are going to have full power Super Saiyan 4 do his damage. I don't even know why I went for the 10 right there. I think it had something to do with the Dokkan attack, but we'll be getting that on the next turn. So, you know, he's going to get his attack buff right here for taking a hit first, or the defensive buff, excuse me, and I believe this is 18 million he hits right here. That's 55%, by the way. So 55% hitting that hard, that's pretty damn impressive. And this is a guaranteed crit, so it's going to do a decent amount of damage. And since he is in slot 1, we are going to be getting the benefit of the doubt here with a, what's the word? A pretty solid turn here, right? Like, so we got an 11 million coming in from them. And then we are also getting the benefit of the extra damage coming in for the GT Duo. It's not going to be as much, but also what we're getting here is an attack raise on that. And now that we have the standby going, we're going to get a decent amount. This does a pretty good amount of damage because we're 9 turns in at this point. They've had plenty of time to raise. I'm pretty sure this hits pretty hard. Yeah. So basically 25 million right there, which is super, super impressive. And then all we do is we just put World Tournament Goku in slot 1 because he is just an impenetrable wall at this point. UI Goku goes ahead and gets in a super or an active skill, and then we just want to make sure we have the links properly set up for World Tournament Goku to get the most out of this Dokkan attack. Probably could have went Trunks of Vegeta in slot 1, but I wanted to get World Tournament Goku because we brought him on the team. And I know I'm safe here because the Dokkan attack is basically guaranteed to kill, so we know even though UI Goku is taking 4 hits there at the end, Trunks of Vegeta or him are bound to finish the job, right? Because Goku would get a guaranteed crit on an additional, and that is all she wrote here. So we have a no item run completed. This is the first of many challenge runs, I hope, going forward. This one was a lot of fun to make just because it kind of brought, like, you know, we went back to a hard-ish fight. It's still a damn hard fight, really. It's like, you know, you can get caught, but it was just a lot of fun to record this one. So let me know down below what you guys think of this. Like I said, if you have any challenge runs that are within reason and not impossible to do, I'll at least take a look at them and we can see what we want to do from there. So don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy today's video. Subscribe if you are new and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of the content that I'll be doing around here. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment with the challenge you want to see down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.